Hi guys, today I'm going to be making pastelillos. Making alcapurrias, beef alcapurrias. This is a fried, I don't know if you would call it fritter or something like that. I don't know. It's a Puerto Rican thing, Hispanic thing. So it's going to be the masa, the covering of it is gonna be, it's a little hard to explain in English sometimes when you're so used to explaining it in Spanish. So the masa is gonna be of yuca y calabaza, yuca root and pumpkin. And right now I'm gonna be making the meat. So here we have some cooking oil. This is olive cooking oil. Good enough to cover the surface of the pot. Now we're going to be adding garlic. Okay, this is my pilon where I mashed it in. Let that cook a little bit. Now I'm gonna add my onions. A little bit of that. Sweet peppers went in there, but that's okay. You could use cubanelle peppers, bell peppers if you like. I normally use cubanelle, but I did not have today, but it's also okay to use the sweet peppers. You want to cook this on medium heat. Okay, oh my goodness, it smells amazing already. It's just some onions and garlic and a little bit of pepper that sneaked in there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add the peppers. With the peppers, I have oregano leaf chopped in there. I'm going to show you how the oregano leaf looks. This is the fresh oregano leaf that I have growing. And I added 2 of the same size. There you go. Smelling good. Excuse basil, please. She barks at almost anything. Okay. Now I'm gonna add the red roasted peppers, and with the red roasted peppers I have chopped a red habanero. Okay? Habanero. And that, oh, it's spicy already. It's gonna add a nice spice. Not everybody does that alcapurrias with some spice. I like to do it with a nice kick. I'm not saying an overwhelming kick, but a good enough kick. Maybe it's too much of a kick. That's just for now. I have a lot of carne molida, actually, a lot of ground beef to be adding to this mix, so it's gonna be a mild kick. Okay, and I have some olives, green Spanish pitted olives that has roasted red peppers added with it. Oh my goodness. I'm not going to add the cilantro now. The cilantro, I'm going to add it when it's halfway done, around there, around when the meat is halfway done. Okay. Now this meat is called picadillo also. You could do this meat for tacos. You could do this meat for pastelillos. I have a video with for the same meat with pastelillos, but that has potatoes added. I'm not gonna put potatoes in my alcapurrias. That's only for pastelillos. Okay, here I have 3 pounds of ground beef from here, from Puerto Rico. I like to buy my ground beef depending where I'm at. If I'm in the US, if I'm in the States, I'm gonna buy it from the States. Less traveling, and I also used to buy the organic over there. Here in Puerto Rico, I buy the one that is from here. because it's actually organic and it doesn't say organic, but they treat their meat good. Go ahead and chop it. Okay, now I'm gonna add my seasonings. Adobo. And this is not measured. This is just by eye. Sorry about that. I mean, I could give you an estimated measurement of, for all this, about a tablespoon and a half, okay? But also, if you want at first, add a tablespoon and gradually move your way to it. I did a boo-boo and I forgot to put my sofrito and tomato paste before I added the meat. Pero that's okay. Some people do it that anyway, like that, and some people don't even add all these vegetables that I add just because they have sofrito. This is my sofrito. Look at that beautiful color. Okay, I have a video with sofrito also if you want to check that out. And I'm going to add my tomato paste. Okay, that's about 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. Okay. I like doing that. Okay, I'm gonna let that go to the bottom so it can start cooking. Okay, what did I just add? I added the adobo. Now I'm going to add the sazon. This is a food coloring that has achote, coriander, and anato. That's what that is, okay? A little bit of flavor, but it's mostly for color. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna add some black pepper that I already grinded up and I put it in a jar. I like to recycle my jars with some black pepper, a little bit more. About a teaspoon and a half of black pepper. That's a lot of meat that I put there, 3 pounds. So. Okay, I'm also going to add the garlic salt. Okay. And again, like I said, taste it. Once the meat is fully cooked, taste it. Now I also make alcapurrias with stuffed with chicken. I'll do that video another time. Stay tuned for that one. Okay, now I'm going to add the cilantro. Okay, the meat's not almost done, pero más o menos, a little bit almost done. Oh, the smell of cilantro already. I'm gonna let that cook a little bit, and I'm gonna put it on. Put a lid on it, okay? Okay, here I'm gonna show you the yuca. This way or that way. Yuca rallada, okay? It's grated yuca. And you might think I'm lazy, but this is so convenient and it tastes the same. Okay, instead of taking an actual yuca root to sell or for some kind of family event, you just want to get it done and over with. And you know, it's gonna be flavorful either way. Okay, and what I do is I also add pumpkin. Okay, and I grate the pumpkin and add that into the mix, and I'm gonna show you that in a second. I also like to put it in a strainer because it comes with some juices of the yuca itself, and you don't want it too wet nor too dry. Okay, here I have my grated calabaza, grated pumpkin, and I'm gonna add that to the mixture. Okay, here we have the grated yuca and the pumpkin, and I'll be adding some adobo. You have to season this, okay? A little bit of adobo, not an overwhelming taste of adobo, okay? We're gonna add some salt. I'm gonna add about a tablespoon. Okay? I'm going to add some smoked paprika. Okay? Just a little bit. Be adding some black pepper. About a teaspoon of black pepper, okay? And I'm going to add 2 tablespoons, this is about 2 tablespoons right here, of sofrito, okay? And a little bit of sazon to give it that nice tint of orange, okay? Now, you could either mix it with a hand, wash your hand, mix it with a spoon, or wash your hand very good and get in there. Because I feel like with a spoon, you're not properly mixing this masa. Okay? Another thing that I'm going to be adding is some oil. Okay, I'm gonna add the same oil I added before, which is the cooking oil. You could use the oil of your choosing. Just remember, it might taste like that oil, so you don't want to use an overwhelming flavor. Use something mild. If you use olive oil, it's really light. I thought about using that, but I was like, nah. Get in there, makes it very, very good. That was about maybe like 2 teaspoons of oil that I used. I think I'm gonna add a little bit more, like another tablespoon. Okay, now that's ready. Just cover it until you're ready. Okay, let's go ahead and check our meat. Look at that oil. Smells amazing right now. Since it's pretty much done, you're gonna go ahead and taste it and see if you need to add any more seasonings. And we're gonna let that cook a little bit more without the lid, so that the juices can evaporate a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and try it. Perfect. And I'm gonna add nothing. Woo! I taste that cake. I'm actually gonna turn it off now. It's completely done. If you don't want all this oil in the alcapurria, go ahead and put it in a strainer. Let some of the juices fall out, okay? Not all of the juices. You don't want a dry alcapurria inside, okay? I'm gonna cover it. It's done. And we're gonna start with the building process. And this is how I'm gonna set this up, because some people form it in their hand, in the palm of their hand. It is so much easier when you have some parchment paper, even wax paper, but I prefer parchment. Parchment is less slippery, okay? And I'm going to divide it like this. So I'm gonna cut them. Okay, I'm going to just do a few to show you. In the middle. Okay. Where's my plate? Okay. We have our parchment paper. Here we go. Okay, first I'm gonna grab the masa. Okay, about that much. This is a serving spoon, so I would say about the amount of a serving spoon. Again, it depends how big you want this. Don't flatten it too much. Okay. Make about a nice rectangle here on your plate. Don't press down too hard. Okay, and once you've made a few of these, it'll be so quick to make. Okay, here I have about 2 tablespoons. I'm gonna take a little bit out. Okay, about 1.5 spoons of your meat mixture. And again, if you wanted to make this long, this I would say is about 4 inches, 4 by 3, okay? 4.5 by 3, something like that. But if you wanted to make it longer, go ahead and cut your parchment paper a lot longer than this, okay? And we're gonna fold it, okay? And it's gonna look like a taco. Now you could go ahead and look at it. Form it a little better if you want. Make sure tops are closed, sides are closed, and that's how you do that, okay? That's how that looks. Okay, the bottom is nice and sealed. Okay, and I'm gonna show you another one. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of this out. And again, add about 1.5 tablespoons of meat. Okay, turn it to the side and fold it. Squeeze the tops a little and the sides. Okay, you could fry it right away if you want, or you could freeze it until it's frozen for a few hours, overnight. Have it as long for a few months, properly stored in the freezer. Okay, it'll last about, I say, 6 months. People eat them and they taste amazing. Okay, and I'm gonna fry some for you. Okay. Okay, we're gonna let this oil heat up a little bit. It has a few little particles because I was frying some earlier. Let that get nice and hot, like if you were gonna fry some French fries, okay? You could test it by putting a little bit of the masa, like a pinch of masa in there. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and start frying it, okay? Now, again, it's best to start frying it when it's frozen. Okay? Pour that in there. Look at that nice color. Okay, I'm going to turn it over one more time. Oh my goodness gracious. I am all over the place clumsy. So these are usually appetizers. Okay, this is like, or you can have it as a meal if you like. When was it? Yesterday? 2 days ago I had it as a meal. This with some pastelillos also. We eat too much fried food, I know. But once in a while you can indulge in some fried food. I was thinking about air frying this, you know. Let me know if you want me to air fry it, see how it comes out. Basically what you would do is do everything the same, but spray it with oil and then put it in the air fryer instead of frying it like this. See how that comes out. Okay, now I'm gonna take it out. Turn off the... Okay, we're gonna let it cool a little bit before I start, you know, before I bite into it. It's way too hot like that. Okay, now I'm gonna show you the Alcapurria, who is still really hot. Okay, look at that. How amazing. Right there. Nicely cooked. And like I said, when it's frozen, it takes a little longer to cook, okay? Oh my god. I love you, yuca. Yuca is so good. I know we say yuca. It's not yuca. It's yuca. Excuse my gringaness. Okay.